Sure.
I'd like to know what you're going to do when you retire from boxing.
I think he's probably taking the last count at the moment. I'll do my best to wake him up.
Sleep. That's all I'm gonna do.
All he wants to do when he retires.
When I retire from boxing, I really don't know. I want to say something right here. This might make you all think. Life is not really long. Let's say the average person, 30 years old. If you're 30 years old, you're not but about 7 years old. How can I prove it? Of all the 7, 8, 9 hours you slept for 30 years, out of 30 years, out of all the nights, last night when you went to bed and woke up this morning, you don't remember a thing. You've been unconscious for about 8 years. If you're 30 years old, you slept about 8 years. Okay. How much traveling have you done in 30 years? From the television station to home, to another country, to another city, to school, to church. You've probably traveled 2 years of your life and spent just getting back and forth to where you're going. So there's 8 years of sleeping, 2 years of traveling, there's 30 years out of your life before you accomplish anything. School in America, we stay in school from the 12th grade from the 1st grade to 12th grade. Same here?
Yeah. Virtually.
6 hours a day?
Yeah.
6 hours a day for 12 years, break it down, you sat in the classroom for 3 years without leaving. Okay, 2 years of traveling, 8 years of sleeping, 3 years of school. How many movies have you went to? How many wrestling matches? How much entertainment? How many movie theaters, live plays, baseball games? Probably 2 years of entertainment. So by the time a man, you older people know I'm bear with us, I'm saying, by the time you have children, by the time you have made a way for your children, by the time you pay for your home, you're pushing 60 years old. So life is real short. So you add up all your traveling, add up all your sleeping, add up all your school, add up all your entertainment, you've probably been half your life doing nothing. So what am I? I'm 35 years old. 30 more years, I'll be 65. We don't have no more influence. We can't do nothing much at 65. Your wife will tell you that. So what I'm saying, when you're 65, ain't too much more to do. So did you know I'll be 65 in 30 more years? In those 30 years, I have to sleep 9 years. I don't have 30 years of daylight. I have to travel back to America, take 6, 7 hours. All my traveling, probably 4 years of traveling the next 30 years, about 9 years of sleeping, television, movies, entertainment, about 3 years of entertainment. Out of 30 years, I might have about 16 years to be productive. So this is how we can all break individual lives down. What am I going to do the next 16 years? What's the best thing I can do? Get ready to meet God. Owning real estate, going in business, teaching boxers, that won't get me to heaven. How many here believe there's a supreme being, believe there's a God? How many believe there's some power that made the sun, the moon, the stars? How many believe that this stuff didn't just come out here? Somebody wiser than us made it. How many believe there's a God? How many believe there's not a God? All right. Believe there's not a God. All right. If I told you who don't believe in God, if I told you that this glass sprang into existence, this glass made itself, no man made this glass, would you believe it? Would you believe I just told you this thing made itself? No. Well, I tell you, you and me, right?
No, somebody's doubting it. Yeah, so I'm giving you the answer. That's
she wouldn't believe it. If I turn to this television station, it's popped into existence. It just, no man made it. You said Muhammad Ali's crazy. All right. Well, if this glass can't make itself, if I told you those clothes you have on wove themselves, nobody created them, those clothes made themselves, you wouldn't believe it. But if your clothes didn't make itself, if that glass couldn't make itself, if this building didn't make itself, then how did the moon get out there? How did the stars and Jupiter, Neptune and Mars and the sun, how did nature, how did all this come here? Didn't know why is something planning to make it. So what I'm saying is, I believe that we're going to be judged. Should a man like Hitler kill all the Jews and get away with it? Somebody should punish him. Maybe he get it, don't get it now, he get it when he died. In hell for eternity. So what I'm gonna do when I get out of boxing is to get myself ready to meet God, because my plane might blow up. Don't planes blow up in this country sometimes, crash? Don't people die every day?
Not every day.
It's a scary thing to think that I'm going to hell to burn eternally forever. So what am I going to do? The reason I'm taking such I'm explaining what you asked me first. You ask me questions, I can't just answer like that. When I get out of boxing or when I'm through, I'm going to do all I can to help people. That's why I'm here with Johnny Walker. Here's a poor man, came all the way to America. There's a bunch of boys need some money, and somebody is calling me to help them. God is watching me. God don't praise me because I beat Joe Frazier. God don't give nothing about Joe Frazier. God don't care nothing about England or America as far as real wealth. It's all his. He wants to know, how do we treat each other? How do we help each other? So I'm going to dedicate my life to using my name and popularity, helping charities, helping people, uniting people, bringing people bumming each other because of religious beliefs. We need somebody in the world to help us make peace. So when I die, if there's a heaven, I want to see it. Because we live how long? 80 years? The odds are everybody in this room, some of you are going to be dead 20 years from now. Some of you are going to be dead 50 years from now. Some are going to be dead 30, and some will be dead 60, 70 years from now. We all going to die soon. And if you live to be, say, 125 years old, which we don't do, right? Let's say we live to be 250, and you can have sex for 145 of those years. You're going to come to the end after that. So we don't have but about 80 years on earth. This is a test to see where will we spend our life in heaven and hell. This is not the life now. Your real self is inside you. Your body gets old. Some of you go to look at the fridge, you don't have no teeth. Your hair is leaving you. Your bodies get tired. But your soul and your spirit never die. That's going to live forever. So your body is just housing your soul and spirit. So God is testing us on how we treat each other, how we live, to see where our real home be in heaven. So this physical stuff don't last for so long. So my car, this building is going to be here when the man who built it dead. There have been many kings and queens of England. They're all dead. After this one is gone, another one will come. So we don't stay here. We're just trustees. We don't own nothing. Even your children are not yours. If you think I'm lying, your wife is not yours. You die and come back a year later and go slip in your bedroom and see if your wife is by herself. See, you don't own your wife. You don't. I divorced my wife. You may have read about it. And my 4 children, they call another man daddy now. They don't see me no more. You don't own your children. You don't own your family. So what am I saying? The important thing about life is what's going to happen when you die. Are you going to go to heaven or hell? And that's eternity. How long is eternity? Take the Sahara Desert. There's a lot of sand on the Sahara Desert, right? Then imagine that 1 grain of sand represents 1,000 years, and when you're in hell burning, when you die and go to hell, you're going to burn forever and ever, no end. How long is that? Give you an idea how long eternity is. Take the Sahara Desert, and I told you to wait 1,000 years. And every 1,000 years, I want you to pick up a grain of sand until the desert is empty. Okay, wait 1,000 years, pick up. Wait another 1,000 years before you get the next grain. Keep that up until there's no more sand in the desert. You know how long it's just, America's not but 200 years old. We got 800 more years to go before 1,000. So it just scares me to think that I'm going to die one day and go to hell. I'm on an airplane that might blow up. I'm always traveling. And to go to hell and God is going to judge my soul. The police, I might kill people. I might rob people. The authorities might not catch me. The FBI, Scotland Yard might not catch me. But when I die, somebody's watching me and keeping count. And I can't get away. And I'm going to burn forever and ever and ever. I'll go to heaven. So what am I going to do when I'm through fighting? I only have 16 years to be productive. Get myself ready to meet God and go to the best place. Does that make sense?
Thank you.
Rumble in the jungle. He's gonna kill me. was in trouble.
Man, I don't get hit. I'm the fastest thing on 2 feet, man. Is you crazy?
And I said, Joe's gonna come out smoking, and I ain't gonna be joking. I'll be pecking and a poking, pouring water in this smoking. And this might shock and amaze you, but I will destroy Joe Frazier. He's a bad man.
I must be the greatest. I told the world. I talk to God every day. If God put the king up out of you, that's the sunny. Tell the world. You didn't even shake my hand. What are you going to do about that? Now you must fall.
I had to trick him into this fight. I had to make the wrong thing. My legs were gone. He can't dance no more. Previous fight show where he stands in the corner. I did that on purpose, man.
I'm gonna float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. His hands can't hit what his eyes can't see. You're 40 years old is a day, and you don't belong.
Ali, there it is, boom, boom. Hey, Ali, that's what's up. Wow.
How disappointing.
I was just excited watching that, man. I got excited. I can't fight, but it made me
Don't put that in the streets.
No,
man.
I'm saying it made me want to.
Oh, you can't box.
I can't box, but
Okay.
yeah, it made me want to just get out there, man.
Get out there and what?
I don't know. Just
Hit the heavy bag?
jump around and
Because
talk.
you don't want to jump in a ring with somebody, man.
It made me want to jump around and talk.
Oh.
Talk. Wow. What's up? Welcome to episode 17. What are you doing? No, it just said it was gonna come back.
No, my Wi-Fi, I had to turn my Wi-Fi on, so I had to turn my Wi-Fi on. So, you know what I'm saying? So the connection will be stronger. So I'm hoping this kicks in because otherwise,
You're gonna jam yourself up, man.
No,
Your
it's all
Wi-Fi
good.
ain't no good.
What? I gotta get my Wi-Fi in.
Your Wi-Fi ain't
Yes.
no good.
Ned's trying to reconnect. He's about to go in.
Oh, so if you can't see on Corey Manning's, just jump over to mine.
Whatever.
Jump over to mine. What's good? Let me say what's good to my Facebook family. Jenny Wren, Karen Hay in the building. What's up? JS, what's good? Ange Fox coming through. Juju, Suzabs, Marty, and of course the crazy ass Anna Diaz.
What's up, peoples? What's up, dog? Yo, something wrong here, man.
I think you on, man. It's not saying you ain't.
It says
all right, Corey Manning's having some trouble, so if anybody's watching this right now, feel free to come on over 2 hours or hit the link and jump on over on the YouTube feed. This is Off the Wall, episode 17, and of course, you just heard from the greatest of all time, Muhammad Ali. I don't know if there'll ever be. I don't know if there'll ever be an athlete or a human being like. I mean, we're all unique individuals, and everybody's carving out their own way. But oh, thank you. Some of the things that Muhammad Ali did in and out of the ring, just amazing. I know you're getting your thing together.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna chime in.
I'm gonna keep the show going.
But I would agree that he's done some amazing things, and this is one of my heroes, definitely of all time. You know what I'm saying? Like it amazes me how not knowing the significance of Ali and what Ali accomplished. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because
early on.
And I think that has a lot to do with, number one, we grew up in a non-social media generation.
Right.
So those things that he was doing, I mean, we didn't have cable TV to see when he went to Africa or the training sessions and things like that. It's only now that those things come to light, over the last 10, 20 years that we get to see that footage because of great things like YouTube and so forth. But yeah, just the things that he did out of the ring, just unbelievable, amazing human being. And my whole point with Muhammad, see, we have a light slide up, so it puts us in the darkness. But my whole point with Muhammad Ali is when I say there'll never be another athlete or human being like him, because in this day and age of sports, number one, you're not allowed to be outspoken. Because if you're outspoken in sports today, it's taken as, oh, this person is so braggadocious, or we don't like them because they state how great they are or whatever. Muhammad Ali's whole premise was, I am the greatest.
And I'm going to tell you I'm the greatest.
And I'm going to tell you I'm the greatest.
Let you know.
So how do you think it is that Muhammad Ali was able to tell people he's the greatest, back it up, of course,
yeah,
and still be loved by so many, have an athlete, not loved by everybody, I said loved by many, he's endearing now, but how is it that you would have today if an athlete even breathes the words, I'm great, I'm whatever, the entire world comes down.
Let's look at it. Let's take a look back to when Ali was outspoken.
Mm-hmm.
The majority of people hated Muhammad Ali. They loved Cassius Clay. They liked Cassius Clay.
Yeah.
They hated Muhammad Ali. When he changed his name to Muhammad Ali, he was hated by
for political
the
reasons.
highest percentage for political reasons,
yeah,
for ethnical reasons, for racist reasons, whatever you want to call it. He was disliked.
Politics, racism,
it was all 1-1. Not until he wasn't even loved by the U.S. or athletics associations around the world until after he actually started losing his ability to speak out. If you think about it, like, he was still hated because he was looked at as being pro-black.
Right.
Not trying to just empower himself,
right,
but he was trying to empower all people. And particularly black people, because that's who he was, but he was looked down. So he was hated for that, and now he's loved. And I find it kind of, it's a beautiful thing. I find it ironic, not in the sense like that, but I find it ironic that sometimes we're not able to love and appreciate people until after they're gone.
Sure.
I'm gonna give you an example.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give you an example. If, like, one of the things I love about being a comedian is that our career, our life, our career can go further than most people's in their career, like professional athletes.
Sure. Because it's our ability to speak.
Right. Most professional, even some professional artists like singers, definitely dancers, but theirs can only go but so far. So when you look at somebody like Bill Cosby,
sure,
if Bill Cosby would have died before all this stuff came out, then I don't think he would have been shunned the way he's now.
The view of him would have been a little bit different.
Even if these women would have came out after the fact, now it would have been like, why did you come out while he was alive where he could defend himself?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So the fact that Muhammad Ali has passed and he did all these great, incredible things, now it's like more and more, the majority of people coming out and showing love to him, which he got before.
Or seeing what he had to, seeing what his real message was and what he had to say.
Let me just speak real quickly to the picture you see in the background. This is actually homage to Boston. This is Bill Russell and Muhammad Ali.
Two icons.
Playing around like they fight boxing in front of Slade's Bar and Grill. Slade's Bar and Grill.
Where I performed many times.
Yes, this is crazy. Now, what are some? Speaking of Muhammad Ali, this is one of his famous fights. This is when he beat Sonny Liston. It's
iconic photo.
Iconic photo has been revamped, put it in color because originally it was in black and white.
Right.
What would you say are some of the best fights, or what did you say is the greatest fight, the Muhammad Ali fight that you've ever seen? I'm not saying that you heard of. What would you say was his greatest fight?
His fight against the United States of America.
That would be that.
Because, and one of the most amazing things about Muhammad Ali is at the height of his career, when he was at prime time, he was forced out of boxing for 3 years because he wouldn't go overseas and fight in the Vietnam War.
Right.
His position was, those people never did anything to me.
Not like Mike Tyson, who was forced out of his career, his prime, when he went to jail.
Right, anyway. But that's what I was going to say. How many athletes today would right now drop out of the game, baseball, football, basketball, hockey, for 3 years and come back and be dominant in the game?
There's only one.
There's only one.
There's only one.
He only did it for 2.
We don't even need to say his name. Everybody knows.
But that's what makes those guys iconic. But Muhammad Ali didn't do it. I mean, he did it. He was done with it. Whatever. I'm going to play baseball. That's what I'm gonna do.
Right.
Muhammad Ali did it because they forced him to do it, and he said, "All right, that's cool. I'm not gonna fight in your war." 3 years later, he gets his license to box back, goes back in, does it again. Now that is for something that you believe in. For something that you believe in. I mean, Jordan did it for a different reason. He wanted to play baseball. Yeah. This is strictly for something you believe in your heart, your bread and butter. This is how you earn a living. And you just say, all right, I'm going to step away. If that's the way y'all want to do it, then that's the way I'm going to do it. But I'm not fighting in your war.
And the crazy
how
thing,
many would get at the pay scale that people are making today?
Right.
3 years?
And the crazy thing about it is
1 year.
The crazy thing about it is that even if he would have what am I trying to say here? Even if he would have went to war, they told him he would not have been fighting.
Sure.
He would have been propaganda. And that's another thing that he knew. He realized that, and that's why
they would have had him over there. The cameras would have been there. Muhammad Ali in the uniform with the gun or whatever. Yeah, he might not have really been doing it.
He had a little boxing match with one of the prisoners or something like that.
For peace talks and all that. But at the same time, he did enough to say, no, I'm my own man. This is the way I'm going to do it. Right. I mean, just the comparison between him as an athlete, as a worldwide. I mean, we're not talking about a guy who was ranked 5th in the world at the time.
No.
I mean, he's Muhammad Ali. He comes back, I'm still going to do it. Never be another like him. Never be another like him. If you have the chance to see some of the and probably one of the first freestyle rap athletes in history, making up stuff on the fly, coming off the cypher, in the interview, in the live interview. That's Muhammad Ali.
That's one of
the greatest ever.
That's one of the things I loved about Ali was his posture and his intellectual capacity. Like I'm gonna be straight out. Me being a nerd at that age when I was watching Ali, it was one thing to see a a braggadocious person that looked like me. But it was also another thing to see a braggadocious person who was speaking intellectually in ways that many of the athletes or celebrities that looked like me at that time didn't speak.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So
exactly.
it was beautiful.
Exactly.
I would say if you talk about athletes that are outspoken today, I would say the closest I think will come to him, and this is how bad it is, and I might be wrong. The only person I can think of is LeBron James.
Yeah. But even now, where everything you say gets dissected immediately. Oh, right. LeBron was throwing shade at this person. Right. I mean, you can't even give your opinion. He gave his opinion on the MVP. I mean, I think he's qualified, if anybody, to give an opinion on the MVP.
He's MVP.
He's won it 4 times.
Yes, he's won it, and still could have won it this year.
Would have won it again. He's qualified to give his opinion on the MVP. Let him say his piece and move on. Everything you say gets dissected. Oh, he meant this. He was throwing shade or whatever. That's athletes like Muhammad Ali, people that could just speak it and walk the walk. They broke the mold. Broke the mold. Cassius Clay, for those of you old schoolers.
Man, you say the greatest fight of all time was Ali versus the United States of America.
Yeah, and maybe, I don't know, maybe a couple of ex-wives.
Yeah, that was inside chicks. A couple of ex-wives and a couple of side chicks. That was about. I personally think the greatest Muhammad Ali fight ever versus Superman.
Superman was
that was
epic, iconic.
That was. Yeah, I actually had this comic. I literally owned this comic book when it came out in the 70s. My mom. I came one day. I had this comic book when I was maybe like 8 or 9 years old. I came home from middle school, like my 9th grade year, and my room was clean and my comic books was gone. And I was like,
at that point you started considering running away.
Where my comic books, Mom? I threw all those old books away. What? You do? I can't even begin to tell you I didn't have like an extensive collection, but I had some good stuff.
Making up swings in your head.
What? Oh, I was about to swing on this one. Which I knew was going to be my downfall. Oh, man.
You just went in the corner and be like, let me just hit it one time. One time. I just want to just steal on it one time.
If I go to court, I could say it was an emotional reaction and it just snapped.
Temporary insanity.
But yo, this comic book was classic, man. And the imaging and the stories in it. And what happened was, I know some people were like, how could Muhammad Ali fight Superman? He's Superman. What they actually did was they hung a piece of kryptonite over the stage to make it a more even fight.
Ah, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And let me tell you something. Muhammad Ali, man. It's a great picture, man. Like this.
Well, Superman wouldn't have any boxing ability. You know what I mean? He might have super strength, but he wouldn't have boxing ability, which boxing is a sport. I mean, you got to have skills.
That's I think is Superman's weakness. Because he's indestructible,
he doesn't have fighting skills.
He doesn't have fighting skills. And
if Superman took Muay Thai,
if Superman did with well, of course we're talking fictitious here, ladies and gentlemen, so don't judge us.
I don't understand why you felt you had to explain that, but go ahead.
If Superman did this, where he hung kryptonite to make himself, more humanistic, and had Batman or somebody that with fighting skills to train him on how to fight, he would literally be unstoppable. Like,
yeah, in hand-to-hand combat, he would definitely be unstoppable. I mean, somebody would come up with, because that was the whole premise of Batman versus Superman. So Batman mined some of the spare kryptonite that was laying around and got to him.
And whooped his ass.
He didn't have the skills necessary.
Now, if he would have had that, if he would have had those fighting skills versus, say, Doomsday, then the outcome would have been a little bit different.
He might have came off.
There would not have been a death of a Superman.
You might be giving away for somebody that didn't see it.
I'm talking about the comic book. I'm not even talking about
I'm just saying. You might be giving it away for somebody to see it. What's up? Dan Crone joined us, DC in the house, and Karen Mack. The passing of the greatest of all time, Muhammad Ali. So we do have a show for you today. It is 857-220-7378. This is Off the Wall.
That's Chris
And,
Tab.
that's Corey Manning.
We're getting it in.
And do some shout outs, and then we're gonna get into the get into.
Chris Tab is going to be hosting the cancer bicycles battling cancer. They're actually going to have bikes out there that are going to be taking the bikes.
It's an annual ride that's taking place every year, and I am the finish line announcer.
Oh, I thought people like taking bikes and hitting
no,
to get the cancer out of them.
No,
I know for cancer patients.
It's a 100-mile ride, and I am the finish line announcer. I've been blessed enough to do that for 6 years, and that's taking place at the I forgot what's called. Oh, the Hillside School in Marlboro.
Who was the comedian that said she participated in a cancer walk and she didn't realize you could walk cancer off? Do you remember that? That was one of the funniest. If anybody knows who that is, remind me of that person's name. That was hilarious.
So that's next Sunday. So I actually won't be here next Sunday.
So we're to decide. We don't know if we're going to probably taking a week off because we don't like doing this without one or the other. So we'll see. We'll keep you updated, keep you posted.
But if you're in the area, drop in. It's in Marlboro, actually.
Huge announcement. I actually have been invited to participate in Laugh Boston Satellite, World Series of Comedy, Laugh Boston Satellite Competition. Going down June the 22nd through the 25th. I will be performing on Friday, June the 24th. So you can get your tickets. You can go to Laugh Boston to get more information on that, or you can go to worldseriesofcomedy.com to get more information about those upcoming events. I'm looking forward to it. I participated.
Yeah, one year you did it in North Carolina.
I did it in North Carolina. I won that satellite competition in Raleigh, North Carolina, which is right in my hometown, might as well say.
So you didn't want to catch the flight.
Right. And I won a trip to Vegas, which was really nice. So that was nice.
What happens in Vegas?
It can come back to the country. It stays in Vegas, but it can come back to
what happens in Vegas sometimes needs to be cleared up with a shot.
You can catch Chris Tab hosting Caroline's Comedy Corner on June the 18th. The headliner for that night is the one and only DC, Dan Crone, along with Carolyn Plummer. Did I say it right this time?
Carolyn Plummer.
I said it right this time. All right, along with Sarah Martin. I thought it was a Z. I thought, was she there last time? Like, I read this 2 times. I never saw her picture on there. Sarah Martin's going to be on the show. Hosted by Chris Tab. This is June 18th. For more information, you can call 508-942-3917. Caroline's Comedy Corner, a great space for good times and good laughs. Oh, bam! Oh, live at Maggie's Lounge in Quincy, Massachusetts on June the 29th. We're actually going to be broadcasting live. We're going to have a live audience, which that live audience will participate and consist of you, and you. So
come on down to Maggie's.
You can get your tickets. Go to funroomcomedy.com.
So all this you see here is going to be live on stage at Maggie's with the audience out there and people chiming in. It's going to be a wild show. We got a special guest coming through.
Actually, we have a special guest. We're going to announce it. We're not announcing today.
So we got a special guest coming through.
Maybe 1 or 2 special guests.
And it's going to be a wild time. So definitely want to get you. Is it tickets or you want people to get information? Go to www.funroomcomedy.com to get your tickets. It's going to be it's a live talk show. Live talk show, people.
Let me just say this. I'm a little concerned here. I literally have no people viewing on my page. So I don't even know if this is posted. I don't know if this is live or not.
Come on over to my page.
Yo, I'm gonna ask one person someone on Chris's page. If you can go, just let me know if I'm broadcasting live and what I need to relaunch this. Just if you can take a peek at my page real quick to see if I'm live, let me know so I know whether I need to turn this off.
But then come back to my page because this is where the consistency is at.
Whatever. Shout out to the Bod Squad.
Pod Squad in the building, doing great things, man.
Candace, Tasha, all the ladies and gentlemen that are participating in Bod Squad. Yeah, you can get more information. You want to find Bod Squad, just do a search on Facebook. Join the group. We're going to continue to post live videos, updates on that as we work out.
I hope everybody out there's following the Plank Challenge.
Bam! Speaking of which, we got the Plank Challenge. You want to find out more information, just hit us up at offthewall@gmail.com. We'll send you our actual Corey versus Chris 28-day plank challenge. You can start your own. You can join in with us. It's a hot. We're up to 90 seconds now. We're up to 90 seconds. Today is day 12. So I'm gonna try. I might get mine in before we leave the studio.
If you didn't see my plank challenge last night, I did it live from Gillette.
Yeah, I was gonna do mine live from I was at Twin River Casino at Roadhouse Comedy Club. I was doing mine live from there, but it was too many sad people walking out because they lost a lot of money and they ain't want nobody, you know what I'm saying, attacking me.
Oh wait, I got some feedback. Corey isn't working.
Okay, we're gonna have to start this over.
Well, finish the shout out.
All right, I can do both at the same time, man.
You can't, man.
Also, if you want information on today's up and coming, some of the hottest events going on in the Boston area, check out The Place to Be in Facebook. My man VCR, who's one of the greatest poets in the Boston area, he posts and updates us on the hottest events that are going on in the Boston area. So you definitely want to check that out. If you'd like to advertise with us, please, please, please. All you have to do is go to email offthewallshow@gmail.com or call us. The phone works. The number is 857-220-7378. We do birthdays, anniversaries, breakups. We do it all.
Pre-release, parole.
Yeah.
You know, fresh out of rehab, 30 days clean.
Section 8.
So you got your new Section 8.
If you got, you know what I'm saying, you actually got Section 8.
2 apartments, Section 16.
And
I mean, you know, some people got it popping like that. Speaking of that, we're doing, while you get your thing going, we're doing a birthday party today. We're doing a private party. Somebody wanted a stand-up comedy party going down. She's probably getting ready for a party and not able to watch right now. But shout outs to Amanda, got us going down to the hood and doing a little something today. She's got some treats and light refreshments was the way it was explained. Light refreshments.
Which means there's not going to be anything to eat.
Well, you know, it might be Kool-Aid where you got to go up and press the thing and have the Kool-Aid drop in your cup. But that's about all you're going to get there.
And we're live.
Kool-Aid and crackers. Kool-Aid and Ritz crackers.
Yeah. So it's a private special event. Otherwise, we would invite you to this birthday party that we're hosting.
But you can always come out to Maggie's when we do the live joint and see what you want to see.
Again, that's Maggie's Lounge on June the 29th. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, this is Off the Wall. And me and Chris, I mean, I'm looking forward to going to do this show because me and you've been doing this thing together for a long time, man. And here's something you don't know. Chris don't know nothing about this, but I've actually.
No, I don't.
I was doing a little spring cleaning yesterday, and I came across.
What up, lad? Don Levin's in the house.
I came across a little photo.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What? Why?
Yo, do you remember this joint, dog?
Man, I was on stage in slacks and a shirt.
He had his shirt tucked in. This is how Chris used to get down, son. Shirt tucked in. Yo, my man was a professional. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want to get a technical foul on the team. He had his jersey tucked in. That's how you get down, Tam. Tuck your jersey in, son. Hold on, let's get the
What
point.
was the date, man?
It was the point.
What was the date of that?
This was hold up. This was in
we had a year.
We had a year. We were at Emerald. This is Emerald. This is Emerald image.
Wow.
Funny. This is when it was called Funny Sundays. It wasn't even Big Funny Sundays. This is how far this goes back, man. Yo, what up, Susan? Thanks for hitting me up. Thanks for joining us and hanging out with us, people. Sorry, it was some technical issues on my end to get my joint posted. So yes, I'm live. Thank you, Susan. Appreciate it. But yeah, this is back in the day, dog. Like I found this, I was like, oh, I gotta snap this shot, yo. I gotta snap this shot. Wait, we're not done. We're not done.
Really?
Bam! Yo. This is where the magic happened. Big Funny Sunday. The dynamic duo of comedy.
Hold on. I don't know if y'all can see this. I look 12. Oh my God.
Is that a throwback, dog?
Oh, that's a throwback.
Yo, the whole superhero thing. Yo, your email address.
Did I have one on?
Yeah, Chris World TV
Oh, Chris World TV.
at Hotmail. This thing had Hotmail.
Yo, we didn't even have it was a monthly Friday. Look, we had November 19th and December 2nd. We didn't even have a weekly joint.
That was before Ed Regal actually trusted us to do it every week. Oh, was this that big? Was this that actually? Where's it? There's no location on here. I'll cut it off.
It's kind of,
Cut it off.
Yo, but here's the crazy part. You had a website. I did not.
Yeah.
You had
Yo,
CoreyManning.com.
I had that joint for a minute.
I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready.
Now, I had the website, but that's the reason why I'm letting y'all know this. I don't mind sharing this. My phone number's up there, but I don't have that number anymore. You know, you go through some trials and tribulations.
Two numbers ago.
But yo, I had to throw that out there, man. I saw that. I got to tell Chris about this joint.
We've been balling for a minute.
But now we're here, Off the Wall Live. It's Chris Tabb.
That's Corey Manning.
Doing it up.
We want to get into a couple things today. So have you heard about this gorilla thing?
Yo.
Have you? What's up with the gorilla?
Yo, I call it guerrilla tactics.
Because why are people messing with gorillas?
No, see, for those that don't know the story.
And if you want to jump in, 857-220-7378.
Yeah, still don't know the story. This past week in Cincinnati, into a gorilla pit again. This is not the first time it's happened.
Listen, exactly. It's not the first time it's happened. How many times does this have to happen? Like, yo, don't put your kid at the edge of the gorilla pit.
The crazy thing is that they were saying that there's been instances where they charged the mom with dangling her child over something like this and dropping them in, yada yada yada. The woman actually, my understanding, and I might be wrong, but my understanding is she sat the child on the edge, or child sat up on the edge,
take a picture,
and fell in.
What picture are you gonna get? The gorillas are down in the pit.
Yeah.
Why put the kid? Wow.
Yo, I don't know about these people who are watching. What up, Reg? Reggie B's checking in. 96.9 radio personality. One of the hottest DJs, if not one of the best DJs in the Boston area. One of the best DJs definitely I've ever had the privilege of listening to, working with, and being friends with. I hope Reggie would consider me to be a friend. I consider Reggie to be a friend. But anyway, I've been to zoos. I've taken both my son and my daughter to zoos. I've seen these animals. Mm-hmm. I want to take pictures, but I would never try to prop my child up on something dangerous. Like, I'm uncomfortable sitting on the ledge. Versus trusting my child to have balance enough to sit on.
People, and they are called wild animals. There's a reason they're in the zoo behind walls and cages and everything else. Why tempt fate? Why?
No. And the other thing is there's no need. It's not like people gonna actually think you in the jungle. They know you at the zoo. You trying not to get the background of the fence and say who had a safari?
Supposed to take your kids to the zoo.
Yeah.
This is not these are not postable photos.
You're supposed to take your kids to the zoo, right? Not put them in the zoo.
Put them in the zoo. People doing too much.
Oh.
Doing too much. But okay, so the kid falls over.
Yep.
Falls in the pit. Now here's the other part. If your kid falls down in the gorilla pit, damn it, you got to go get him in the gorilla pit.
I don't care how scared you it would have been a natural reaction to me to just jump the fuck in.
You go in.
If anything, I'm gonna distract the gorilla to get him off my son. You know what I'm saying? Here's the crazy thing. The gorilla, I saw a little bit of the video. Mm-hmm. The gorilla wasn't when he first came across the child. He wasn't attacking the child.
Yeah.
But the child started.
What the hell are you doing in here?
The child started crying, and that's when he drugged the child. And that's what got everybody.
You're making too much noise in my crib. Here's the thing.
Thomas Ingram in the building. What up, Tom? Thanks for joining us, my man. Thanks for the love, dog.
Your kid goes in the gorilla pit. It's just like if your kid falls overboard on a ship.
Right.
You shouting down into the water or shouting down into the gorilla pit. The kid don't listen to you when he's in his bed.
In every there's been I'm not gonna say hundreds, but there have been several incidents like this where a child has fell into the gorilla pit every time there's a camera on the child and you hear a parent saying, "Don't move."
Don't. Yo, here's the other crazy part. The number of times this has happened, they still won't build anything for people to immediately get down in the pit. So you would think there would be a roll-up ladder or something at some point on the top of the wall where it's like, yo, somebody got to go in there
and get them.
There's never any zoo people around.
Well, first of all, there shouldn't need to be a zoo person around because nobody should be falling in the damn pit.
There's signs everywhere. Stop it.
There's signs that clearly say, "Do not feed the animals." Maybe they need to start putting a sign up that says, "Do not drop your child in the
gorilla pit." What? Yo, people, listen to me. When animals are held in captivity, they don't get it. They're not happy. They're not happy that you're trying to fool them into believing that this is, oh no, everything's cool here. Oh, these people standing around looking at you and shit, that shit happens in the jungle. When a gorilla is captured in the wild, they usually tranquilize him, bring him, he wakes up, he's not, that's like somebody sneaking into your crib at night, shooting you with a tranquilizer dart. You wake up the next day and you're in a fake version of your house.
Let me give you a better example.
With no one's explaining nothing. Now people are glued up to the window of your house watching.
And let me give you another example, hypothetical. If you took your kids, let's just say hypothetically, another fictional incident. Let's just say that's not a word. I just made that up. Fantasize. Anyway, it's not a true story. Let's just say you were able to take your child out to a prison.
I'm crazy. She wakes up in a fake house. Do I still got bills?
No, you don't have bills. No, you don't have
Not
bills.
in the fake house.
Not in the fake house. But you're still responsible for
Might not be a bad gig.
You're still responsible for paying those bills that you got tranquilized in. The place that you got Cosby, you're still responsible for that place. Now,
go ahead.
You say you were able to take your child to a prison. To take, not scared straight, but it's entertaining.
Yeah.
Are you going to post your child up on the fence?
just say
take a picture
in front of the killers.
Prison pose. Are you going to strike a pose? Now your child falls down in the prison.
And the same thing gonna happen. Your kid fall in the jail cell with the prisoners. You ain't going. You're gonna get it. You're gonna be shouting, "Don't move!"
My child's falling into the prison. Don't move.
No, you going in.
You're going in.
So the end result was the gorilla helped the kid out.
Right.
Whatever.
No, the gorilla didn't help the kid out. Literally, this is sad because in most instances, everything's okay. The child is okay. But they ended up having to shoot and kill the gorilla. They didn't tranquilize the gorilla because they were fearful that the tranquilizer wouldn't work fast enough, and they didn't know how the gorilla would react to that. But you saw a few images of video from the just dragging the child around like the child was a baby gorilla itself, and so I'm sure that he came out of there safe.
The gorilla was doing what naturally came to him.
Right.
You can't fault the gorilla for doing. He's a gorilla, or if it was a giraffe in there or a zebra or whatever, if he fell into the lions,
even with the deer, because the deers will fuck you up.
When a deer come at you with this,
ain't no blocking, ain't no Ali in that. Ain't no Ali in your way out of that.
I might want to take my chance with the gorilla.
This is a big ass. This is a big gorilla too. But
so they gorilla. They shot the gorilla.
Now, I'm gonna ask you a question, Chris.
Okay.
When you first heard this story, what was your automatic thought when you first heard this?
Why did they have to kill him?
No, you know what I'm asking you. How did you picture the family? What kind of family did you picture? I'm gonna ask the people.
No. Here's the thing. Okay, it wasn't a Spanish kid. It wasn't Spanish kids. It wasn't a black family because it just don't happen.
It don't happen.
It just don't happen. It wasn't a Portuguese kid. It just if I could just talk to my Caucasian people.
What up, lad? Thanks for joining us. Definitely wasn't a Cape Verdean family.
No. If I could just talk to my Caucasian people for a minute. Stop it. Just
here's the thing. It was actually a black family. It was a black child in Philly. This is the first time out of
a black child, but what color was it?
Black parents. Both parents were black. Out of all the instances in the past, both in the U.S. and abroad, where people have fell into the animal pit, this is the first time that a black family, a black child has fell into it. Reggie B's, it didn't even cross my mind that it could have been anybody other than a white family. You see what I'm saying? Even white people, when they heard this, they were like, here we go again. Shout out love to my white people out there. I love you, but
of course.
I mean, you know it. You know what I'm saying? Animals going wild. It's you. It's not us that's in these images. Now, this was a black family that happened. First time out of the hundreds of times, and I might be stretching this. This is the first time a black family.
First black president, first black gorilla kid.
Yo, they are considering suing the black family for the wrongful death of the gorilla.
Wait, hold on.
They're actually considering charging the family, which they've done it in the past for families for neglect, but they're actually charging them in some type of homicidal type of thing, like extraneous charges. Not only that, I'm gonna read this to you. This is what news media says. Father of boy who fell in gorilla's zoo enclosure has a lengthy criminal history.
What that got to do with it?
Exactly.
Hold up.
I've never, in all the times that they talked about these gorilla incidents, I've never heard or seen where they actually, somebody went out to the family like that.
Read it again.
Father of boy who fell in gorilla zoo enclosure has a lengthy criminal history. This is a picture of the actual parents of the child. But what they don't tell you is he had a lengthy history before. Like he's basically a reformed criminal. Like he's got life together.
Yeah, and he had his family out at the zoo.
You know what I'm saying? So, like for example, if you go into the history of a lot of pastors, you're gonna find they've had a past.
But what that got to do with the kid falling into the
damn thing? And my understanding is, and I could be wrong about that, the father wasn't even there when the child fell into the zoo. How do I believe this and know this? Because if it was a black father, his ass would have been in the pit.
He would have got shot.
No, he wouldn't have got shot. He might have. But
it's two gorillas.
Yeah. So Lad says, so you need a Lad is a comedian. He says, so you need a background check to go to the zoo. Like you gotta
do a background check before you buy tickets to the zoo.
Here's my thing. This is why I truly believe that the father wasn't at the zoo. One, because I think it's a natural instinct for a father, especially for any father. I would think
he would have got
in there. And I believe that me being who I am, me being black, I would have jumped in the pit.
It ain't got nothing to do with being black.
It's just a father.
Dad's going in.
What? In those other instances where the white child fell in there, does that mean only the mother was at the zoo at the time?
Single mothers got to take kids to the zoo too.
Damn. The other reason why I believe that the father wasn't there, because if the child fell into the gorilla pit and he didn't want to go in, the wife would have made his ass jump in that damn pit. You know what I'm saying? Or you would never ever not hear about that again. Like every day would start off your ass won't jump in the pit to save your son. What kind of man are you? You know what I'm saying? Like you would have heard that every day for the rest of your life.
I got on my new shirt.
Well, yeah, you got a new shirt. Whatever, you won't say. I knew I should have dated such and such. He would have jumped in there.
I just got these Jordans. I can't be. Did you see all that monkey shit?
You care more about those Jordans than you do your own child. I knew I should have dated Tommy, you little dick bastard. Now she talking about stuff that ain't got nothing to do with the child.
My dick got to do. button's on. I'm not gonna know.
All Jordan. Wait till after this is over.
Well, Black Mother would have got down in there. You would have saw her take the earrings out, taking off her shoes, and put some Vaseline on her.
Yo, you think he lying? You think Chris Tabin lying? I'm from North Carolina, from Durham, North Carolina. I live in the Boston area. Less than 10 years ago, a gorilla escaped from the zoo at Franklin Park. Yeah, and started going after a child. A woman fought the gorilla off. I'm not making this up. She fought the gorilla off the child. I met the woman who did this, and she does look like she could take a gorilla. I'm not making this up.
You want to be? Come on.
Oh no, don't hold me back. Don't hold me back. Let me go. Let me go. It's a gorilla. I don't give a damn.
You want to chase kids? Come on.
I had to fight all my life. I fought my father. I'll be damned before I let you fight. That was my attempt at a Color Purple.
I need to see everybody who's joining us online, for people who would have jumped into the pit. I want to know. Be
honest.
Just be honest. I want to know who would have jumped into the pit.
If you'd have jumped to the pit, my side over here.
Just signify by saying yes.
Just yes.
Who would jump into a gorilla pit when their kid fell in? Now, does it matter if your kid's 22 and he's been talking shit the whole way to the zoo? He didn't want to go to the zoo in the first place, and in the back seat talking about, I don't want to go to no damn zoo anyway. And he fall in the pit.
So Lad says, I'll kill him dead. Yes. Lad, we asked you if you would jump in, not to make up shit. You ain't killing no gorilla, Lad.
You might fight him off for 2-3 seconds,
but you ain't killing him. You might get 1 or 2 lucky licks in, but he gonna shake that shit off and knock your ass out. We talking about a gorilla. A silverback gorilla. Not a pink back. A silverback. I'm not getting in there to fight the gorilla. I'm getting to distract the gorilla to give my son a chance to either find a way out the pit or be rescued.
Here's the problem. Okay, so I got all yeses coming, even from the women saying, yeah, they got to get in there and do it. Now I've seen the stature of some of these women, and if your kid fell into a pigeon pit, you might not want to jump in, but I like it. I like the fact that they're gonna kick the heels off, and we just got to go.
You might want to stay out of the pit, ladies, and just try to have another one.
Oh, you ain't right. Yeah, but I don't know if I want to hear that at the house. The fact that you didn't jump into the pit. That's what
you're gonna hear.
You're gonna hear that at every birthday party,
every cookout, every family gathering.
Every time you come into a room, you're gonna hear, let me tell you what this asshole did 2 years ago at the zoo.
Even at your funeral.
She reading the eulogy. He was a good man, but he wouldn't fight a goddamn gorilla.
He had 4 kids. He had 10 grandbabies. She 85 years old. You died at 94. He had 4 kids, 24 great grandkids. He started his own business. He was a philanthropist, gave back to the community. He mentored 18 children who went on to mentor more. But God rest his soul, this motherfucker wouldn't jump in the pit to save our first child. I'm sorry.
Oh, wait a minute. We got a call coming in. Let's see what's good. Oh, man.
Hello.
Yo. You're on Off the Wall. What's up?
What up, lad?
What up, lad?
That was a Yeah, my fault, man. That was the Color Purple reference.
I kill him dead.
I kill him dead. Oh, your rappers was a Color Purple reference. Okay. We thought you was
we thought you was tripping for a minute and trying to kill a gorilla. We got you.
Appreciate it, lad.
If my son selling some of these certain houses, I'd leave his ass there because I'm afraid of people. That might a gorilla.
Oh, if he went in the wrong house, if he went in the wrong house, he wouldn't even try it.
Right. I told you not to go to Auntie's house. You went to Auntie's house. Your ass was staying. Deal with the consequences.
That's what's up.
Yeah, let me ask you this, man. And like my thought is, if you as a parent, your instinct has to be to jump in. You can't think about it, because you think about it, you could think about like, oh, me jumping in might not be the best thing to do.
Right.
But instinctively, you automatically will jump in
because your kid is hurt. You got to go to your kid when your kid is hurt.
Right. But if you did think about it and there was hesitation, and you were like, you know what, it might not be the best thing for me to jump in. Let me go get somebody. If your girl or your wife is standing there and she's looking at you like, you better jump your ass in that pit.
She gonna give you that look like, I know you about to jump in, right?
What are you gonna, lad? Are you gonna jump in?
I got this deal. If I jump in, that's gonna be a quiet ass ride home because my wife's 5'2". My wife's 5'2", 110 pounds. If I don't jump in, she got to be the one to jump in. It's a quiet ride home.
It's a quiet.
I can't.
And the gorilla gonna catch your ass beat and look up at you like, why you send her down here?
Exactly.
Why did you send her down here? I don't need this.
Right. The girl's gonna look at me and say, son, you could have gave me 20 seconds. I would have gave you the kid on the arm. You know what I mean? There could have been some sort of bartering, you know what I mean, in exchange of goods and services. If my wife got to run up in there, and here's the thing, my wife's gonna beat the gorilla's ass and I'll take the pocketbook over her shoulder.
And you're gonna hear about it for the rest of your life. You know I had to jump in the pit. See him outside.
You know what I mean? And my wife's one of them old school box cutter bitches she was talking about. You know what I mean? She got a flat Vaseline on the box cutter in the pocketbook right now.
She got a box cutter in her pocketbook.
That's how she did that.
Y'all check out Bad Lad, Dennis Slopes performing around the Rhode Island area. You can always
where's your next show, Lad?
Hardcore show, Comedy Connection, 10:30 show.
Okay, so check him out at the Comedy Connection in East Providence,
June 17th
at the Hardcore Show with our man Brian Bowden hosting.
Very funny, Bad Lad. Thanks for calling in, bro.
So let's check out the Zoom.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. All right, what up, Rock Rainer, for joining. Ken Black is on. Ken Black, what's good?
Shout out my man Glenn Hall, FCD, one of the greatest prevention specialists in the country. Excuse me, in the world. My man, Mr. G in the building. Shout out to him. Speaking of shout outs,
let's do a couple of shout outs, pay some bills. Thank you everybody for joining. We appreciate your feedback. Call us up 857-220-7378. Give us those shout outs.
The finish line announcer, Chris Tabb, will be at the Bicycles Battling Cancer on June the 12th.
BBC.
In Hillside School in Marlboro, Mass. So check that out. Bicycles Battling Cancer.
Next Sunday.
Check out me, Corey Manning, at World Series of Comedy's Laugh Boston Satellite Competition going down. The competition itself is going down June the 22nd through the 25th. I'll be performing the first round on Friday, June the 24th on the Late Show at 10 o'clock. So definitely check that out at Laugh Boston. Chris Tabb is going to be hosting Carol Lee's Comedy Corner on June the 18th, featuring headlining comedian Dan Crone, also featuring Carolyn Plummer and Suzanne Martin. For more information, call 508.
It's actually Sarah Martin.
Did I say Suzanne?
You said
Sarah Martin. I don't know. 508, the number to call.
Shout out to North Carolina Public Schools.
942-3917.
Shout out.
And you can check us out off the wall live at Maggie's Lounge on Wednesday, June the 29th. 7:30 p.m. Maggie's is located in Quincy, Mass. from 609 Washington Street. For more information, you can go to funroomcomedy.com. And we have a special guest, which we'll talk about on our next show. Also, for more information, MagazLounge.com. If you want to advertise with us, hit us up at offthewallshow@gmail.com or simply call us at 857-220-7378.
We got Jeannie said the episode at Franklin Park Zoo with the gorilla and the lady saving her kid. I was at the zoo 4 days before that, and my husband was staring at the gorilla, and I told him to stop as the gorilla was getting pissed. I ran out of the gorilla house, leaving him in there by himself. Couldn't believe it when I saw that the gorilla had got out a few days later. So what you're telling us is your husband is the reason that the gorilla escaped, because he damn sure came out of that thing saying, where is that cat that was staring at me?
Dude was carrying him. I'm going to get him.
I'm going to get him. I'm going to get him. I'm going to get out of this fake house, and if I see him, your husband was about to get his ass whooped by a gorilla. That's what's up. All right, so keeping this thing rolling and strolling, we wanted to talk about something that we keep getting, people keep sending in emails and asking us about, and everything else. Sexual experience. When you hear the term,
sexual experience.
When you hear the term sexual experience, what do you, or I should say, sexually experienced?
Okay.
What do you think of when you hear sexually experienced? I want everybody online to jump in too. When you hear the term sexually experienced, what are the thoughts that comes to your mind?
Well, before I do that, I just want to send a special shout out to our folks from the UK. What up, Dawn? Thanks for joining us in. Dawn Carr's in the building.
I'm glad some people from the UK joined, because I want to know what it's like across the pond when they hear the term sexually experienced. Are you sexually experienced? What does that mean when you hear that?
And not only what does that mean, is that a preference?
Well, first let's define what it.
Okay.
Because here's my thing. Okay, and that's what I was looking for. Leave it up to Ana Diaz, someone who has been with a lot of people. Now, does that really mean? Okay, so that's her take on being sexually experienced. You see what I mean? There's a different connotation to it.
I don't think it necessarily means you have to be with several people, but I would say it would need to be.
I think that's a nice way of putting it.
Yeah, but I think it would need to mean you would need to have been with multiple. And I want to say this because I think your sexual experience can increase with the more sex you have, and I think more sex can be had with just one person. But in order for you to be sexually experienced and knowing how to satisfy a person, I think in order to do that well, you have to have a variety, because one person's sexual needs is not the same as another person's sexual needs. So just because you are able to please this one person doesn't mean you're able to please someone else.
Well, here's what I'm saying. Here's my take on it. When somebody is sexually experienced, an example would be you bring up something about sex and the person goes, "Oh, I've tried that." Yeah. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Where they tried everything.
I would say everything.
No, but I'm saying they've tried everything. So you bring up something like anal, and they say, "Okay, I've tried that. What's up?" And you have never. Does that put you off? Does that make you know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell? Oh, a foursome. Before, are you judging now because they are a sexually experienced person?
I think,
are you put off by the fact when somebody's sexually experienced? Because your past does not dictate your future.
It depends on your definition of a person that's sexually experienced. Like Dawn Carr says, it means a person has had a lot of sexual partners.
See,
for a girl.
I think she's along the lines of Anna. Right.
I don't necessarily agree with that, because that would mean there would be some hesitation in the person. Let's say if I were to ask a person, "Are you sexually experienced?" and they were like, "Yes." If I automatically associate it with a person that's had a lot of sex with a lot of people, that might turn me off. But to me, that
depends on your definition.
It depends on your definition. But to me, that definition for me means that person is experienced in different things when it comes to sex. Like they're willing and
so let me get to a few of these comments. Carolee says, it depends on who you're asking and why. Asking somebody you're about to have sex with. Okay. Know what you're doing. that you have had experience with sex. Okay, so she wants somebody, Juju wants somebody that's not fumbling around and whatnot, that knows what's happening. Marty says, someone who has tried just about everything. And Juju says, exactly. Yeah, so would that turn you off, though? The fact that, okay, you're with, in your case, it would be a woman that...
So in your case,
no, I'm just saying, for them, you know, a woman or a man.
Clarify
really mean that you have to have been with a lot of people?
That's
Or maybe you were just with a person who was like experimenting with a lot of different things, and they've had that experience now. Because do you want not sexually experienced that doesn't have the skill, male or female, to be able to know what it takes to possibly please you? Because you don't know what it takes to please somebody until you're with them. You could think you know everything there is to know about sex, but everybody's body is different. So people get off in different ways. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if having somebody who's had a bunch of sexual partners means that they're necessarily going to be skilled at sex.
That's the other point I wanted to make. Like, just because a person has had multiple sexual partners doesn't mean that they're sexually experienced.
Exactly.
They might be having sex with the same type of people, and they're not building up that vocabulary. You know what I'm saying?
And they could just be having meat and potatoes.
Right.
And all of a sudden you try to like, okay, turn over. And they're like, turn over?
They've been, I don't think I know it's the missionary position.
Yeah, what? You gotta get dressed.
What do you mean put my hands on the wall?
Or they losing their balance.
Put your hand on the damn wall. Grab your ankles.
Listen. Have you ever been headbutted by accident during sex? That is somebody who is not sexually experienced.
Or you get the question. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What just? Oh, you just messed it up for me. What am I doing?
I don't know. Okay, hold on a second. Hold on. We got some comments.
Shout out my man Marshall Brandon just joined. What's up, my man?
What's good? All right, here we go. Anna says, well, in order to be sexually experienced means you'd have to be with someone who has been with a lot of people and experience, or you would have to be. Okay. Carolee says no. Jeannie says, if you got experiences, sometimes you should keep it to yourself. If not, they'll throw it up in your face later. Yeah, that's that classic scenario of like, how you learn to like go down on me so good?
I think that's a guy thing. I think guys are more.
Guys get
a little girl bit more, does something that you don't.
Yeah. Okay. Susan says, also comes with age. Doesn't mean you were with a lot of people. You could have had a long-time lover or trusted each other to experience different things. That's definitely key. You could have just had a person who was as sexually adventurous as you. And it doesn't mean that you're getting into everything that they like. You could try something and be like, I ain't like that. Yeah, I'm done with it.
But I would say that
experience is not necessary, is not necessarily a bad thing. They can broaden your horizons.
Yeah, but
I agree. And Lisa agrees with Susan. I agree.
I would also say, though, if in order for a person to be sexually experienced, or what was the thing that not Anna who just said?
Marty says, you don't have to be with multiple people to be sexually experienced. You could have just been with a straight freak. Susan says it comes with age.
It comes with age. I think it does come with age. But also the point that they were saying about you could have that experience by just being with the same person. Mm-hmm. I think a person that's open to experimenting. I do agree that can happen. That you're comfortable with, and I think that's more so. I think that's the most important thing. You can't really enjoy sex to your level unless you're really comfortable with that person.
Right, and you don't even know what your level is.
I've had sexual experiences where I'm more comfortable with that person, so I'm willing to try stuff that I never tried.
Right, because you feel safe.
Because I feel safe.
There's a safe word.
And there's a safe word. And there's a confidence. And there's a confidence or there's trust that I'm not going to be judged by this person because we're compatible.
Right.
In the area.
Because that's a man thing.
Right.
That's a man thing. And sometimes I guess women might get a little bit embarrassed.
I think it's more so for women than men.
Well, men want to maintain that masculinity. They want to maintain
Right.
like they're in control or whatever.
Right.
And I think sometimes a guy that is made to feel good, something could make him feel good, but he don't want to admit that he feel good, like he giggled or it just turned him out. Hold on a second. I don't want to miss these comments. Juju says Susan is right. Marty says right. Jenny says sexually experienced means to be in a state of confusion, to act on impulses. It's in the dictionary. Strange. It's not related to sexuality. Okay, somebody done went to the unabridged on us. Marty says, I agree with Corey. And then Jenny says, well, it's a good question. Yeah.
Of course it's a good question, Jenny. That's why we asked.
Why are you coming down on me?
Why are you asking stupid questions?
He didn't mean it. You can't help it.
Is this white or off-white? What superheroes are on my cup?
Will you stop,
Okay, I'm
man?
sorry. I'm just playing, Jenny. It's all
Stop it. Experiences get better with comfort, Carol Lee says. I think that's true. What the hell is Susan doing? You was just over here.
Thank you, Susan. Susan says she agrees with Corey. Being comfortable and trusting your partner is everything.
Yeah, trust and communication
Yeah.
are huge.
And
But
hold on, what's it? Something like extremely, off the wall, off the cuff with your sexual experience with that person for you wanting to be comfortable and trusting. It could just be like talking dirty. Like that's not something that I'm comfortable doing. Right. But if it's with the right person, when I'm with the right person, I'm open to doing it.
Professor Xavier removes the walls from your mind. Let's go. Let it flow.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Gene.
there's nothing like having that experience where you can just like let it flow.
Let the phoenix out.
Yeah, and let the phoenix out. So then, if you're starting over in a relationship or you're with a new person, you might what?
It was a good movie, by the way.
That was a damn good movie. If you haven't seen X-Men Apocalypse, go see that joint.
That was a good. I don't know why I was getting bad reviews. That was a damn good movie.
But I think, yes, when you can remove the barriers and be comfortable, but is there such a thing as removing the barriers too early? Like say you're getting into a new relationship with somebody, and then you start removing barriers on that first or second time, and you're like, whoa, wait, why you got handcuffs in a bat? We ain't talk about that. And then the person, what man or female, thinks that there's something wrong with you because you won't, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's it. It's just being introduced the wrong way. I mean, everybody should have the opportunity to choose.
I think it depends on the person, though. I mean, here's the thing.
The nature of your relationship.
Even God forbid, not God forbid, but even if you have, what up, Smitty, my man Smitty, one of the hot comedians down in the Boston area, he does his own show, First Fridays, down in Boston, down in Durham, North Carolina. Yeah, I'm gonna shout out my people, Smitty. What up, Smitty?
What if he
call at me, man? Let's get together, do something.
What if he was on here and he didn't want nobody to know about, he might have stopped doing comedy last night, man. Why you?
But in regards to sexual experience, like if you have to know the person, I think it all depends on the person. I think that even on a first date, let's say if something pops off on the first date, that first date is not a first date where you just, you pick the person up at their house and you go, okay, I ain't even trying to go out tonight. Let's just go to the bedroom. Like, that's not going to happen. You're going to have some type of conversation, interaction. You should. You should have some type of conversation or interaction either that night or definitely before you go on the date when you're having it. Otherwise, you wouldn't be going on a date anyway. Right. Which there's some kind of type of conversation. And a lot of times you can get the vibe or connection from that person when you're actually having a conversation about where this person is at and how this person is going to be and whether or not you feel comfortable. Most women, and correct me if I'm wrong, most women know within the first 30 to 60 seconds, whether or not they would be willing to give that man some.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
So if you know that's going to happen and that person, you really connect with that person.
Tell him. Tell him, brother.
You're going to know how far you're willing to go with that person and how much you can really trust that person to a certain extent. That's all.
But
I'm not condoning giving up on the first date. I'm just saying.
But here's the other thing, and again, it all comes down to comfort level, and you have to be willing. You have to be willing on both sides to have the conversation. If you just waiting until you get in the bedroom just to see what's going to happen or whatever, and I'm not saying take away the spontaneity of the moment, you know, you don't want to remove the spontaneity of it, but at the same time, you should be able to talk outside the bedroom. Like, let's talk outside the bedroom and find out, because in the heat of passion, it's probably the wrong time to bring up, now look, I got some hot irons under the bed that I've been heating up since yesterday. I'm going to get those out. I got a rope under the bed that I've been holding for. I'm going to get that. In the heat of passion, it's probably the wrong time to bring up some stuff.
When we get 3 minutes in, I'm going to need you to run to the freezer and grab 2 ice cubes.
And on your way back, grab the cat. It's about to go down.
Safe word, pineapple.
Make sure your son is in bed with the door closed.
And when you come back in, shut the door and lock it. Click it. What's up, Esther?
In the basement.
What's up, Esther? Just joined us. And comedian Prince Paul is back with us. That's what's up.
Carolee says, yeah, but Corey. I don't know. Ana Diaz says, fact. I think she was agreeing with you. Angela says, correct. Juju says, don't let the freak out early. And yes, you know for sure they a freak. They a freak. Communication is key. Certainly. Oh, and Juju says, pop rocks. What the? She said, pop rocks. Go downstairs. Get some ice cubes. Grab the cat. Make sure your son's bedroom door is closed. And oh, by the way, pop rocks.
Look on the top corner shelf in my son's room.
Listen,
and grab those.
Listen.
Pop rocks.
If she got pop rocks in the bedroom, get up, put your clothes on, and leave.
Did she just call back?
He said pop rocks. I don't even know where you can get those. Maybe Lynn, Lawrence. You got to go way out of Boston to get pop rocks. You can't get them at Tedeschi's.
Yo, for those that don't
pop
know,
rocks.
For those that don't know what she just referenced,
hashtag pop rocks.
You gotta come see me perform live to understand and get the gist of what she's saying about the pop rocks. Thank you for that. I haven't done that bit in a while. I'm about to bring that back. Oh, pop rocks.
Oh man, pop rocks on Groupon. Okay, somebody just put it out there. Carolee says blowjob rocks.
What? Pop rocks in your mouth?
She said blowjob rocks. Okay, Sue's telling you, I guess, where you get Pac's legacy place.
Okay.
And says, seriously, you can. I don't want, let's just think about pop rocks for a second. If you ever put pop rocks in your mouth, it really feels like somebody crushed up a brick, sand, glass, and a touch of acid.
And it's exploding in your mouth.
And it is exploding in your mouth.
Ladies, is that what? Never mind.
I'm not sure if that is the overall feeling that you want on your most precious asset. How is that exciting?
Yo, I want you to tie some firecrackers.
You got some dangerous chicks on here. She said, seriously, they sell them on Groupon. Pop rocks.
It's like saying, look, baby, I want you to rubber band some firecrackers to my dick and light it.
But then get away. Get out the room fast. Once you light it, get them out. She's taking it to another level. Juju said Dollar Tree, you can get fruit roll-ups.
That is a winner, Juju. That is a winner. Fruit roll-ups are a winner. This show just went in a whole different direction.
She's gonna get a few follows now. Oh, she's sending away for candy. Look out, she got some pixie sticks and everything at the crib. If you walk to Juju's crib and she got little Jolly Joe, she got Mike and Ike's up in the place.
She's sitting in the bed butt naked. Come on, pick one and come over here.
Pick one, and she got a taffy lollipop.
Pick one. Choose my weapon.
What? She She walked in and a peppermint just fall out. Was that my peppermint? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Who can make the sun rise? Clean. The candy woman can.
Juju can. Yes, Juju can.
Shanae says, reminds me of that commercial, Frank's Red Hot. I put that shit on everything.
You ain't putting that shit on me.
Pixie's
I'm damn you put some hot sauce on my
You remember, wait, do you remember
honey mustard, maybe.
Do you remember what was it called? Like dipstick. Like it came with
the
dipstick.
It was called dipstick. Yeah. It was DIPSTIX.
Yeah.
Dipsticks.
Dipsticks. Yeah, that's that old school candy right there.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to check the dates on stuff at the dollar store. It's like you come out with some fruit roll-ups from Easter 1960.
Carol Lee is giving out way too much information.
It's dangerous. But her place is a great place to come and see some comedy. I host it every month, so come on down to Buzzers Play Production. More information on my page or on www.
We're way over time.
We're way over. You guys got an super extra show today. It was extra. None of the people on the YouTube. Yeah, but they didn't jump in. They didn't chime in. Any last minute comments or shout outs or questions? We're about to wrap up. Why don't you get into one last round of shout outs?
Chris Tabb is the finish line announcer for Bicycles Battling Cancer, going down on June the 12th. That's next Sunday at Hillside School in Marlborough, Massachusetts. For more information, you can just hit Chris up at christabshow.com. On June the 24th, I will be performing in the World Series of Comedy's Boston Satellite Competition at the 10 o'clock show. They will actually have the competition from June the 22nd through the 25th. For more information, go to laughboston.com to get tickets and information about that show.
Pop Rocks.
Chris Tabb will be hosting Carol Lee's Comedy Corner. Carol Lee, shout out to Carol Lee, going down June 18th with Dan Crone, Carolyn Plummer, and Sarah Martin. For more information, you can call 508-942-3917.
Pop Rocks.
Doors open at 8, showtime 9 p.m. You can check us out for an off-the-wall live presentation airing at Maggie's Lounge at 609 Washington Street in Quincy, Mass. on Wednesday, June the 29th.
Listen, if you think these shows are crazy online, come to the live joint.
Yeah, for more information, you can go to funroomcomedy.com to get ticket information and all that good stuff. Shout out to the Bod Squad. We're about to get our exercise in. I'm going to try to do my plank stuff before I leave out here today. And big shout out to my man VCR, the place to be, where you can get all of your entertainment information about shows and events that are coming up in and around the Boston area. Advertise, give a shout out or what have you, please hit us up by email at offthewallshow@gmail.com, or you can call us at 857-220-7378. Bam. It's been real.
It's been real. I'm very happy about this show. We had a good time. We are not here next week because I will be in Marlborough at the Bicycles Battling Cancer event. But please feel free to watch past shows on our YouTube page, or you can go to our Facebook page and find a link. You can find me at www.christabshow.com. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Chris Tabb Show. Find me on Snapchat. Crowd Goes Wild. I do some pretty crazy stuff on the Snap, so you can find me there. See, Manny.
Yeah. Please check us out on our YouTube channel, Off the Wall, Chris and Corey. Not only check us out, but please share it with a friend. And we're trying to make this thing. We're trying to make this thing as big as we possibly can, but we can't.
Trying to grow this.
Not only we want to make it big, but we're trying to do something, kind of giving back to the community, giving people opportunity to get stuff off their chest, and also to take a step outside and away from all the craziness that's going on in the world in a fun and funny way,
but non-threatening
exactly.
atmosphere.
So please do that. You can find out more information about me and my upcoming shows by going to CoreyManning.com. You can check me out on Facebook, like you are right now. You can check me out on Twitter at Corey Manning. And I'm on Snapchat, not as like Chris, but I'm there. You know what? As a matter of fact, you don't have to do all that. Just Google Corey Manning. That's how you can find me. I'm a comedian by night, superhero by day. My goal is to save the world one smile at a time, and I need your help to do it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's been nice. It's been real.
You got it. So thanks for the Sunday afternoon laughs. No problem. Thank you, Seuss. Thanks for everybody tuning in. We shall return. Continue sending in those show suggestions and topics. We love to hear about them, and we love to talk about them. That's been Corey Manning.
That has been Chris Tabb.
You guys are real. God bless America.
Boom.
Have a great afternoon. Go
Woo.
Cavs. Go Cavs.
Please, please, if you can't do anything, do something.
Go Cavs.
Cavs?
Cavs, man.
Go Hornets.